Good YouTube and everybody, thanks for stopping by and checking out this channel and the review. And as always, we'd like to thank our viewers and our subscribers and our members, because without you, we're not us. So let's talk about McFarlane Toys Collector Edition number 36, Justice League of America HAWKGIRL. This is available now, and you can pick it up at McFarlane Toy Store. Guys, in the comments, let me know what you think about this figure. Is this something that you're going to purchase or something that you're not going to deal with at all? Let us know. But right now, let's roll her off the stand and let's get started. Looking at the packaging, this is pretty basic for McFarlane Collector Edition packaging. You know, he has the traditional ones where it's just squared, not as wide as this one. But let's go ahead and look at it. If you take a look at the top, it does have the ages and it has McFarlane logo there. And if you look at the very top, you do have that window cut out on top. Looking at the action figure, you can see the accessories in itself in the bubble, and behind it will be your trading card and your action figure base. But if you take a look at the front, you see McFarlane Collector Edition, and then you look on the bottom, DC Multiverse HAWKGIRL, and the ages on the top corner there, right? Let's look at this side panel. You do see that mine is damaged, but there you have it, DC Multiverse, McFarlane Collector Edition HAWKGIRL, and that's going to be Justice League of America. She will be number 36, right? Okay, coming on this side, you do have the open window. You do have an aluminum look with the HAWKGIRL name is right there, HAWKGIRL, right? And the DC Multiverse on top and number 36. Let's flip it over to the back side. You do have comic artwork, and of course, you have Marvel's Justice League there, and you have McFarlane Toys on top, and the blown up fashion card on the back, right? So you know that's going to be the trading card. McFarlane's just known for blowing that up, right? That's his trademark. Okay, so the packaging, okay, basic, nothing new to us. And that'll do it for the packaging. And here it is when all the accessories are taken out. You can see the trading card and the action figure base tucked away in the plastic. I keep mine in mint condition, so I don't take them out the plastic at all, especially the stand, because I have no use for it. But I love keeping the card in mint condition. If I want to read the bio, I just go online and check it out there. But there you have it for the inside of the packaging. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale her up. We'll go ahead and put Superman in the mix. Yeah, there he is. That's that guy. Yeah. Okay. We'll go ahead and put Ultraman in there. There he is. Ultraman, he loves beating up. He loves fighting Superman. And we'll go ahead and put Darkseid in just because of the fact that he's a bigger character. And just get him in there. Let's see him in there. Is he in there? Yeah, he is. Okay, so now you see the size comparison. You get the idea. You see that HAWKGIRL and Superman and Ultraman look great together. Even Darkseid fits in pretty well. But you get the idea. Okay. So let's take a look at the appearance. There we go. Okay, you see, it's just like it is in the movie. So there is the helmet. I like that. The paint on it's not bad as well. Let me get my top-notch light going here. You see that? The paint job on it's really good on the helmet and the face itself. You see the lipstick and the eyes. Great job. Even the suit itself being painted on as it's sculpted. You do have some grooves there. That looks really good. Gauntlets on her biceps are nice. Even the gauntlets there, pretty nice, right? So it looks really good from that angle. You see the black coming out by her ears, and the wings, of course, are very nice sculpt, coming with this gray color with the black wash on it. We do like that. That looks good, right? Backside, her utility belt and the green pants, right? So that looks really good. It's not bad. And there goes that logo up front on her utility belt. Nicely done. Look at the boots, red and yellow, not bad at all. And the paint on the feet, that's quite all right. It's not that great, but there you have it. On the shoes, those shoes do not look like fighting shoes. They look like house shoes, but there you have it. Okay, little graze material there. All right. Okay, and you see the appearance here. Let's look at that face one more time. There you go. You see that? Not bad. Looks good. Okay. And that'll do it for the appearance. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. You'll be getting the mace and 2 pair of extra hands. If you notice the hands on the figure, is the same set on the extra pair here. You have the open hands, and then you have the punch hand, and then you have kind of a trigger finger hand. Those hands are the same, but on opposite hands. So there you have it. Okay, so let's go over the accessories. We'll start with the mace. Do like the mace. Holds the mace very well. Not a bad job on that. Kind of tough to put in. You might have to heat it up to get it in the hand there. But here you have it. Here is your mace. Right? There you go. Nothing to it. You do have a metallic finish. Right? The bulges that come out the ball. Metallic finish here. Finishes off. And it transitions to the brown handle. Not too bad. Like I said before, be nice if you had some kind of a lightning effect. Some translucent plastic to come clip on it. That will be nice, right? But we don't. But there you have it. That's the mace. Next, we'll check out the open hands. Here we are. Only need to show one. But you can see them there. Open. Okay, here we are. There's your open hand. Very basic, but it's done nicely. It's not bad. There's no bad cuts. There's no fraying of plastic. So it does look really good there, right? There you have it. See, to show you the top. Okay, not bad. Right? And let's take a look at the other pair. You're going to have two different hands. If you look at the hands on the figure in the background there, you see the punch hand, you see her trigger finger. That's the exact same pair I'm about to show you now, but those are on opposite sides. That's the difference, okay? Let's look at the trigger finger. I don't know what you would need the trigger finger hand for. If you're looking at it, tell me why she would need the trigger finger. There's no gun in the arsenal, but she has it. Maybe just a reuse to get some of that out of stock, right? There you have it. Right? Not bad. Okay. There you go. And then you have your regular punch hand. You see her in the distance there with the punch hand. Here it is. There you go. Nothing to it. Peg system right inside. Right? Okay. And that'll do it for the accessories. But we will check out the wings and articulation. I don't call that an accessory. That's part of the figure itself. So we'll be checking that out in the articulation. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the articulation. All right. So the wings, I like how they can be moved back. That way your head movements are not distorted from the articulation. So that's a good thing. So the wings are retractable. We like that. Look at that. Very nice. That is a great job on the wings. If you look around to the back, it looks really good on that. How they can retract and move and come out to the side there. Because they're in the peg system there and they have latches, which is really awesome. Nice job on that. Okay, looking at the head, it does move on a ball and socket. So you do have great rotations there. That's not going to be an issue. You see that the shoulders are on the latches of their own. They are in ball and socket, so they can rotate, and you can latch them any way you like. No limitations there. You do have the bicep swivel. See the cut. Double jointed arms are there. That's on both sides. And you do have play in the top of the belly, but you do not have play in the waist. I tried it. It doesn't seem like it rotates at all in the waist. Well, there it is. I was wrong. It was just tough. It does rotate in the waist. So you do have rotations in the lower waist and up top at the lower, right there by the top of the belly there. So that's good. Great. I didn't know that. I tried to do it before. I thought I was going to break it. But there you have it. Okay, dumbbell joints in the leg. Nope, these are click flies. Not dumbbell joints, but the clicks there, they click and they fly out. You see the clicks, they fly. You can actually hear them, right? No thigh swivel. And then you do have double jointed knees here, right? There you go. And you have these ugly shoes. They sit on rockers and they have latches of their own with the pivot in the toe, right? Gotta love the pivot in the toe. Okay, so the articulation is pretty decent. It should be all right. It's not that bad, but it's not that great either, but it will do. Okay. Okay, for the pros and cons. For me, the only cons I have is it doesn't have enough accessories. I know she doesn't have any much but the mace, but have that translucent plastic available. Maybe many, some coming out the mace, some, around her arm, just some kind of magic coming out at some point. Not just a dull mace with just a dull pairs of hands. So that part I do not like. The rest of the figure I do. I love the paint. It's fine. The wings look good. Love that gray with that black wash. But above all, for me, of the figure, I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are. And you guessed it, you can get it at McFarlaneToyStore.com. At McFarlaneToyStore.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.